He's hiding. Yeah. Literally, I like run a game for teenagers, and one of them had to miss a week, and then he came back, and I was like, so am I still with everybody? I'm like, yeah, but you're the rogue, so you were hiding.
You're just hiding. You're just hiding.
No.
It's fine.
Okay.
We're gonna murder Dragon Eclipse.
Do we have a Runo?
What are you
Do
lazy
have a
bums
Runo?
doing?
I do have a Runo.
Ah, you have a Runo!
I'm
You have a point.
painting it, but want to catch? Ready? Go.
Nope,
we
we
can-
cannot throw me the
We can
mini.
pass the
Thank you.
Runo.
We can pass
I
the
gotta
Runo.
paint them, but yeah.
Yes, I love
Softer
him
like
so
hamburger.
much.
Chunky elf.
Let's
That's
see.
what I needed. So.
Let's see. Let the chat see. Oh, look at him.
Chunky,
chunky elf.
beautiful. No.
I love these mutton chops.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware that
boy.
Runo had mutton chops.
This is
I don't think elves are supposed to be able to have beards, but I'm allow it.
Maybe Runo has a disguise kit, and maybe he
He glues his mutton chops on every morning.
I'm ready.
100%.
He has ear extenders that actually just make them look rounded again.
Maybe they have Rogaine.
Mmm.
That's,
You're
every day Runo's like
Bruno
doing
has
the-
Rogaine.
Yeah, the
This is
little
always a
nail
thing that I
thing.
consider.
Elf
It's like in obviously like in like favor in like a D&D setting, they haven't developed like plastic surgery.
Or
Is it like? But this is the thing. If you're rich enough, do you just get true polymorphs whenever you want to? Like, what is the overhead on this?
God.
What does hormone replacement therapy look like in a Dungeons and Dragons setting?
I
This is
think
what I need to know.
Right.
I'm always thinking
You're always too concerned with killing bad monsters that are trying to destroy a city to have time for this. You know, it's
I'm transgender, but my life is in the balance, so I'm not worried about that right now.
I'm always curious also about like how much money translate, because we always hear like, oh yeah, we got 1,000 gold, and then you realize like that's like food money for like 5 years plus.
Yeah.
And you're like,
like 1 gold is supposed to be like, I think it's like $10,
is it?
something like that.
There are different metrics on different places, because like there's one in the Dungeon Master's Handbook that's like it's much less than you. I think it is like a gold or like a few gold is like the annual income of like an average peasant family.
Yeah.
Yeah, God.
It's like very low, but also we're talking within a medieval
Right.
point at which like,
Setting.
wealth disparity would be
It's
also,
very
like,
high,
Very
yeah.
high.
like, I wonder if they have
Yeah.
inflation there too.
Yeah.
Chris, do you have a recap for us?
Yes,
Oh,
because
yeah.
I desperately need to know.
Okay, so part 2 of the encounter. We have situation where Runo is on the ground, as is Zeek. There's a quick regroup where Zeek and Ricard assess the situation, determining that the terms of the agreement between the Roots and the party indeed did change. And the Roots are indeed attacking the party now. So everybody regroups. There's some combat, and Runo moves away from the combat area with the Roots, moving away from all the angry, or moves away, excuse me, not with the Roots, the heart of the woods. I kept doing this last time.
Oh, muscle mommy Thor. Got
Yeah,
it.
sorry.
Wrong.
Is that right? Okay.
So Runo is moving with the heart of the woods and
that?
away from the Roots. This was very upsetting to the Roots. They took this
This
as
was very upsetting.
treachery and engulfed the whole chamber in difficult terrain roots. So tendril roots of these branches started lurching forward, attacking everyone, slicing people open. Yule nearly died at one point, had a moment of life flashing before his eyes, and Emrys managed to come in clutch in backing up Zeek. So, the heart of the woods, let's see, starts to get pulled into the roots by this seed that was planted into it. she gets angry though and starts to run over and just beat the shit out of the roots with its rose mace.
Beat the shit out of the other person.
Yeah, beat the shit. Zeek also jumps up and starts to use blood magic to beat the shit out of the roots.
Beat the shit out of the roots.
Casting pure sunlight all around him in the process of doing so. So Emrys kips up a couple of times.
Kept falling over.
Because unfortunately, the terrain was a little difficult. And
My beautiful son.
communicates in Sylvan to the heart that we are by her side. Its side, their side, was that determined?
It seemed vaguely feminine.
Vaguely feminine.
Also, the spirit of an entire forest gender that.
Her that. Her they.
that.
Her they. The heart of the woods.
The heart of the woods is a she-they. We
She
figured
they.
it out.
That's
Excellent
it.
work, everybody.
Great deduction, everybody. All right, so
Maybe they have 3 pronouns, because in my opinion, they are the she-it.
They are shit.
That-
Hey, listen.
That took me too
Oh,
long.
that's
In
good.
another time, it was perspiration, but tonight it's gonna be inspiration.
It took you guys the second time for me to get like, oh, I got it.
Yeah,
Alright,
it's a hot
I
moment.
was like, okay, there we go.
Alright.
Yes, so Emrys is kipping up quite a bit. The party just rushes in on the roots, backing up the heart of the woods, and they are victorious, which is wonderful. However, the heart of the woods is very clear that it's not able to exist in the world in the current state that it is, because it's very dark and there's no sun, and photosynthesis is canon, we have determined, in this world. Very important biological fact.
Yeah. Just learned about this.
Right, photosynthesis is real. So
For all you
um,
photosynthesis deniers out there.
we get a good old lore dump, and what we learn is that the heart of the woods was placed here to be held safe by Callista, and she's able to explain that the world was no long did not used to be in the way that it currently is, and the party got a glimpse of this when the earth started becoming rich around them again, and there was a deep scent of floral roses. Zeek had a vision where okay, so you want to tell this part because it's very big and splashy.
Yeah, if I can remember it all.
It's big and splashy. I got notes so I can keep
Okay. I'm trying to remember why I had the vision. That I don't remember.
You touched the heart, and
That's
You
right.
use the
Yeah.
hero point to connect with the heart.
Yeah. So,
So
before
that you
this,
could remove both the
yeah, before
seed-
this,
Yeah.
she had been implanted by the roots, like he was trying to do to all of us before. And then he succeeded in doing that to me right afterwards. So we both had root seeds inside us, which I had a host of bad feelings about. But my biggest thought was, he dies, poof, I'm a new root man. Not a good play. Certainly not good to have it in the heart of the woods. So I used the hero point and my Blood Hunter blood magic to rip the heart out of, or rip the seed out of the heart and out of my chest, while simultaneously blood connecting to the heart of the forest. And then that blood connection gave me this vision, which was of an ancient time,
the old world, where
which was about 3 o'clock today. It was green, it was nice outside, the sun was up. That's pretty much what we saw.
Yeah.
Welcome to the void of daylight saving.
Like a beautiful, long, luscious green forest. And then suddenly everything was whoosh, being bathed in darkness and a lack of color, and then she was sucked underground and then encased in stuff.
Again.
No, it's the first time.
Oh, first time.
This was a vision of it happening.
Oh, got it.
When Callista had, like, essentially sealed her in her little safe vault.
Got
But
it.
we broke that vault, so she's no longer safe.
That's right.
Continue on.
And so it is when Zeek has this vision, he realizes that the heart just truly cannot exist without sunlight. So, in a supreme gesture of generosity, he makes a decision to pool his magic armor into his hand and offer this ball of liquid golden fire to the heart, which it accepts. So the heart then it lets out this big sigh as it pulls in the golden light from Zeek. He feels like veins and blood magic start to constrict as it leaves his body. And the heart's face starts glowing this pure green. The room gets filled with light. It becomes very warm, and it's almost like these ancient times in this space that Zeek saw in his vision. The heart, unfortunately, cannot find Kiran. So all that effort for not shit.
But she's safe.
Yes.
And she's gonna try and cultivate her little tiny forest.
And we're welcome to visit her anytime we want.
Yeah.
And she let us sleep over.
Get a nice long rest uninterrupted.
And TBD. And
Anyways, we're down a heart of a forest, down a hero point, and down a artifact of light. This is
yes.
a quick sum.
You're not down a heart of the forest. How
We're
you
not
down?
up one. So
You're not up a heart of the forest.
Net
That's
zero.
I tried very hard.
You
Be up a heart of the
rescued
forest. She does not want to come with us.
a special small corner of this world from the dark.
Yeah.
True.
She's gonna be back in the finale for the final episode. It's gonna be great.
She's
Like,
gonna help
this is like
us
this is
defeat
the
another
NPC
brain.
who's like, follow me when you most need me in the video game, and then you get to the final boss and get to do that with like all 17 NPCs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the heart says
So we're down our
that they
back.
can
Got it.
send us from this place, and then that's it. There's a long rest. Here we are.
Uninterrupted long rest?
Not for you, bitch.
To be determined.
You don't know, I've been hiding.
You don't know.
Where is he
You
hiding?
don't know if I have a knife. He was hiding. He was amongst the
If
food.
you delay me, this conversation, another long rest.
No, he was with the Heart of the Wood, helping her hide for the first part of the fight, and then hiding amongst the mushroom spore clouds whilst the rest of the fight was going down. Would you like to have
Yes.
a conversation with?
Absolutely.
Also, Elian and Emrys had a lovely conversation
Oh.
that you were asleep for.
I have no idea what
You
happened.
slept through it.
No, you slept through it. It didn't matter.
We had a wonderful little conversation
about
about the
music.
fate of the world and hope and music.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, boring. It was fucking boring. Yeah.
Alright, I was like,
There was no alcohol.
No shit.
There was no alcohol involved, so Runo was not interested.
I feel like Runo would have just like an empty bottle, like a pacifier. Just
Are you having withdrawals?
Ugh.
It's like, Dad's a future alcoholic.
What a terrifying image that is.
Hate that. Okay, Zeke, were you wanting to have that conversation before y'all went to sleep or after you woke up?
I guess after I'm trying to get him alone. So
Okay.
probably
Gonna be
either
hard.
really early.
Okay.
Nobody's taking watch this time, so I'm gonna let everyone else
True.
sleep. Where do you tend to sleep? Do you just like sleep in the middle with the group, or do you offshoot yourself, or?
Wherever is safest.
Okay.
So probably closer to like the heart of the woods because that's who I'd be
He
like.
just curls up next to the. She doesn't go to sleep.
Neither do I go
Trance.
trance. So I trance next to her.
Okay, she is up moving and doing things. Sorry, not to make it
Yeah, you're
difficult
good.
for you for
I
no reason.
will.
You go into your trance next to her
Yes.
before you go to sleep. I get it. Before
That's
you go
actually
into your
it. So
trance.
it's like-
Got it.
Okay, yeah, so I want to snap him out of his trance. So, look, just got my eyes open.
Yeah.
Make sure we're still sleeping, you know.
Yeah.
And then we'll lurk my way over to
Lurk my way over.
hopefully an unsuspecting Runo.
Oh, that's much better.
We haven't leveled up 6, right? We have to wait till this rest happens before we get all the benefits, right?
You've leveled up. I told you all to be
I
at level
know,
6.
but like technicality, because that's when a certain skills will come into play for me.
Yeah, and then I'll just yeah. What do you look like while you're trancing?
My eyes are wet. I'm just kidding. It's not.
No, like, are you?
What's the
are you
vibe?
just curling a bottle in your trance? Is you thinking? Is you trance just being really drunk for a couple hours?
Just head bobbing. No.
Elf trance is just RBF.
No, it's like Runo probably would. It's kind of disturbing actually.
Okay.
Because what Runo does.
Of course it is.
It's just like you see him kind of like sitting like crisscross applesauce. His cloak is wrapped around him, so just like the head just like pop open and eyes are just wide open and unmoving.
Like Major Pain style. Love it. Yeah, so I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna like walk almost past you, and then I'm gonna snatch your hoodie, your cloak, the hood of your cloak, and start dragging you away from the group.
Well,
Which I assume this would snap you.
You
snap
should roll
out.
strength check because Runo's thick.
I'm also beefy,
Good.
but I'll roll it.
I hope it's low.
It's not high, but it's also not low. I think where is it?
What is the girth DC that you're setting in your head right now?
Ooh, probably DC 16.
16. I'm not even playing.
So you do it. So like you do move
Like,
Runo,
oh,
but
yeah.
it's just like a drag.
Yeah.
It's like a drag. Like he's still like this. You grab by the scruff and you see his body just like drag across his like
Yes, stone on stone.
Well, now I expect you wake up to this dragging.
It's like, hello.
And then once we're a good little distance away, also before this, I probably want to talk to the heart of the wood, and be like, hey, I need a moment with one of my.
Zeke, you wake up.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Um,
we're back here.
And you wake up, and you find the heart of the wood sort of walking around the perimeter of the room, waving her hands. The floor beneath you has become a blanket of green grass as she shines with the sunlight of your given artifact. It has sort of become a part of her. It no longer shines as metal. It just seems to be glowing out of the wood of her skin. But as she glows, you see that she's been busy in the night while you slept, on the first watch, on the watch while you slept. And that the room is filled with this soft green grass and bushes of flowers growing up around places where corpses had been before. She is covering the walls with vines, and the entirety of the room that you now occupy has become sort of an oasis of beauty and a picture of the old world.
I'll look around. You've been quite productive during First Guard.
It is the way that things are meant to be.
It is good to have a taste. Yet I find it only reminds me of my starvation. Soon I'll sink my teeth in. Speaking of, I have to have a talk with one of my companions here. It might get a bit unpleasant, but know that you don't need to do anything. And if you would, just try to keep the others lulled to sleep.
could not affect their slumber. I suppose I could. But there is a room to the side if you desire privacy.
Excellent. You seem to be reshaping this block. Can you move him there without waking him?
Make me persuade you.
Advantage because she likes me.
No, DC because she likes you.
That's a bad roll. That's a not good roll.
She likes Runo too.
That's a fair point.
What if you were strength?
4.
That doesn't even meet very easy, my guy.
Good lord, brother.
So it's gonna be a no.
Okay.
She just gives you an odd look.
Whatever. Don't worry about it. Sorry, just previous thoughts of the other night.
At your question, she sort of like gets a thoughtful look on her face and drifts off in the direction where there are still winding roots coming out from where the roots die.
Where is she indicating that the room is? Is that same direction or is
The
this...
room that you guys came out of.
Okay. Yeah, okay, then I'll proceed to do everything I did with Runo. I'll drag him to that side room. When you finally snap out and wake up, like, come on, you and I have
Runo
to
blanks
talk.
like, oh, okay. You could have just asked me.
And then a moment later, I'm gonna throw him into the room.
Okay.
Yeah.
I land like a cat.
I suspect you would. I suspect you would.
You would, for sure.
So, you want to tell me who you really are?
I am Runo.
Yeah. Well,
Sorry, it's gonna take me a hot second to get back into it. It's like,
That sounded perfect to me.
yeah, but we both know that's bullshit.
I do not understand. I
Let me
am
rephrase.
Runo.
Yeah, but the Runo you claim to be isn't who you are.
I still do not understand. I am Runo.
I'll spell it out since you want to commit to this act so well. I know this is an act.
Acting how?
Keep this up, and we'll start trading blades.
I have no blade.
You always have blades.
Not
Again,
on me
the
right now.
the idiotic dumb act isn't necessary, especially if you consider me a friend.
I do not understand.
What is this? Some sort of self-protection guard?
I am Runo. I am come to help with quest.
Yeah, even that, see? You talk better than that.
I do not understand.
You might want to keep yourself a mystery, but I'll keep myself very clear to you. If whatever true person behind this mask is comes to harm my friends or my brother with this mission, I will throw you to the wolves. Is that clear?
Yes?
Good. Runo, despite my instincts, I trust you. You've been helpful, and you didn't burn in light alongside the others when we swore our oaths. So I don't think you up to some foul, sinister deed. But why you pretend to be this character of yourself, I don't know. And I'm not the smartest man, but I know how to see through people. I got my eyes on you. And then he'll turn around and start walking out, and then right before he gets out the room, he'll turn back. Oh. And whenever you want to really meet me, know I'd be excited to be real friends. I'll walk out the door. And I'll wake everyone else up.
Such a excellent tense moment with excellent tense music, and I just keep seeing that face. Like, fuck stuff. I'm sitting over here trying not to laugh the
The
whole
one thing
time.
that I can count on in this campaign is that the tension will be broken
Yeah.
by ludicrousy. Like, that will happen every single time.
We have the right group for this dark campaign.
Y'all can all fuck yourselves.
Listen, we're the only ones who can tolerate the whole campaign.
Okay. You all wake up well rested, rejuvenated in a way that you've not been for some time, if ever. You see the same scene that Zeek saw upon his waking, except that you see the heart of the wood over next to the remnants of the roots, sort of moving her 4 hands around the sweeps of them. Yes.
Can I retcon one thing?
Yeah.
As I also walk away, he stops. Oh yeah. Pulls out of his pack, tosses you a bottle. Swipe that back when we were at the light. Figured you might want to hold on to it more than me.
Runo opens his like swims like puts it on his cloak is like, if we survive, we can celebrate with alcohol.
Sure, Runo.
Is his weird accent getting thicker?
Yes, I think it's because he's being called out for it.
Called out, he's like,
I got
he's like, double down on the accent!
I am definitely from Frost.
I am not from here!
Alcohol.
I'm just gonna find you with a sending stone. They believe every word. They totally got that. I have them completely convinced. Oh, hello, Rock.
Start betting the rock.
By the way, since Craig's not here, you are welcome to play Ricard for whenever and if ever you want to play him. Ricard's just gonna become Cavender's second character.
Functionally.
Okay.
Kiran, gone still, doing his epic quest.
Does anyone have anything that they want to do as you wake in the morning?
I think for flavor, I think what Runo would do is, after seeing like the heart of the woods and growing this beautiful like area with green grass, Runo would probably take off his boots, let his bare feet like on the grass, and enjoy like the sensation of it and stuff. It's like
Are we always bare feet?
No, Emrys wears boots. You don't have to.
I'm gonna consider this. I don't know what is supposed to be the character.
No, absolutely, consider it. Yeah, it's worth thinking about. Emrys does. He prefers to. But
because it's like a nice, beautiful, lush grass and stuff. Like, and it's like Runo probably just like enjoy the moment.
Mm.
And you see him kind of like basically doing this, just like feeling it. Just like,
I think this is the first time I've ever desired to be livestock in my life. Because I kind of want to eat that. You know what I
Are
mean?
you pointing at him?
No, no, he's pointing at the grass.
I'm a cow.
Mira says, can livestock eat this stuff? Like, it looks wrong.
Don't read into it. He's studied like ancient texts and he knows more about what they're supposed to eat.
Can
and
livestock
what do they
eat this stuff?
I've seen a couple of offhanded lines that reference to it.
Whoa.
It's so more presumption than anything. At this point, I'm just sort of more on the idea of I would like to have livestock here, just so I could kind of put them down and see if they tried for it.
Yeah. Be a good
Ever the scientist.
study.
I want to.
Experiment. That was the word.
That was the word.
Ah.
I don't recommend.
You're brilliant.
I think it's a part of our friend over here, so let's not cut it or eat it.
Oh no, no, that's wholly the path that I would not like to disrespect it in the least.
Well, I'm gonna do a morning prayer to connect with Kiran again. Like I'm
You're
doing every
praying
night.
to Rhiannon? Great.
I'll roll a religion check.
Rhiannon.
I'm proving.
How about this time?
How about this
The
time?
first prayer
I
was
know
that.
I don't really follow you, but
Question, DM.
you're still a follower of Rorik, right?
Yeah, but he doesn't know a whole lot about Rurik. It's just the guy, like he believed in faith to some degree, and that was one he most connected with.
Yeah. What's up?
Is there like flowers?
Yes. Many different types of flowers growing in small groupings across the room, wherever something died.
I think Runo would probably pick a couple of flowers and keep it with him. That's it. Just enjoying the environment.
Where do you put them?
I think Runo probably would have like a notebook, like a small notebook. Put a flower in there and just like fold it in there.
Nice.
And keep it.
I like that. Yeah. He said keep.
Next to the bottle of alcohol.
Priorities.
It's a book that has like a fake insert, but then also a few pages for flowers.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
It's actually like a flask in the shape of a book.
Oh my god.
as y'all begin to rouse, the heart of the wood turns and approaches you all, and as she does, the roots behind her, they have regained the same round, deep, rich brown warmth that her own wood skin has, and they follow behind her as she walks in your direction. And as you all sort of get up and gather yourselves, she says, I have found the one you lost, and I can take you there.
Say
Oh, big guy.
I believe it to be him. It is difficult to tell from here.
What inclines you to think that it would be him? Not that I doubt you in the least, I'm just curious as to what registered upon your senses.
It walks on two legs, and it is warm.
If it's not Kiran, if it's anything like Kiran, I'm down to make a new friend. I say we head that way.
I trust in my brother's trust.
Emrys' voice does not say that he trusts in his brother's trust, but I love the vibe.
That feels right, though.
You don't have to believe a damn thing he says. He said it, though.
He chooses to do it. He never feels it. Okay.
Tell me when you desire to depart.
Hi, I am Runo. I have a quick
I roll
question.
my eyes.
Where in what direction is the person that you are sensing?
He comes from the south and moves northward, west of us, towards the Blood Lake.
Where's the what?
Blood Lake.
Lake. Yule's gonna do.
Hater
like
says,
a
oh no. Zeke says, Blood Lake?
Blood Lake.
Question to DM. A couple of sessions ago, we had where Runo scouted and there were locations.
Mm-hmm.
Is that in that same general direction, or is it like a different?
You don't know where you are now.
Got it. Okay.
You got tugged underground and taken through the earth. Who knows where?
Can I do like a survival history check if Runo was familiar with the term Blood Lake?
Runo would not be familiar
Okay,
with the term
that's
Blood Lake.
It's like, okay, Blood Lake. I hope we do not have to swim. I am not a very good swimmer. I can float, but not much else.
Soaking corpses.
What?
He said you can. You said you can float. Yeah, soaking corpses.
But I hope I do not become a corpse.
I think we're all hoping that one degree or another, Runo.
Tell me when you wish to depart, and I will take you.
I can't imagine it will be in very long once we've got our things gathered.
Very well.
Much appreciated. Brother, there's important business to deal with. That shirt makes for shitty armor.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I guess I could flex on him. Maybe it would deter their attack if they think I can. Don't care about it. He just rips his shirt.
Does he? Alright. Is anybody impressed?
You
no,
guys
but
all know my capabilities.
I have question.
Elian's like,
Thanks, Elian.
Sure.
Appreciate it.
Is
You look as chiseled as always.
is the church going
Thanks,
to
bro.
be mad at you?
I should say it was good.
The what?
Is the church going to be mad at you?
They're not a church, right?
what
Sorry,
church?
not the church.
Order of Souls.
Legion of Light.
Legion of
Why
Light.
would the Legion of Light be mad at him?
Forget about the armor.
Oh. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Listen, they entrusted us with this mission, which means, to a certain degree, they trust our judgment calls. This was one of them.
Isn't that supposed to be a very powerful artifact?
Yeah, that's why it's working.
Yule says, "Surely this is a miracle that has been wrought upon us.
Give this man a
The power of the
Deserve
gods.
this.
How would the Legion oppose such a miracle? Look around you, Bruno. As if we are in the world of old."
Well, I do
I
not
could
know
not
the world
have
of
said it better
old.
myself, and did not say it better myself. Thank you, Yule.
So is
Exactly that.
In the
He
heart
bows
of
reverentially to you. He's like, "Of course, miracle maker."
Oh, do not give him that
He
one. He's
does a surprisingly good bow in return for somebody of his physique and general nature, but above board, like something that's probably been beaten into him over many years of practice by the scholars. Surprisingly good bow in return. It's like miracle maker. I like that.
Surely this scion of bravery and strength is
I'll saddle up next to Yule, put my arm over his big fluffy back.
is a warrior of the god Leander.
There you have it.
Keep
Mr.
Leander, Rurik, Rhiannon. You're gonna pick
All
one?
the gods like me, you know?
Okay, so
Excuse
no,
me,
that's a
Mr.
no to
that-
picking one.
That's a interesting perspective to take.
Sorry, that was Mira.
Oh.
I'm sorry,
Gotcha.
Mr. Miracle Maker. Can you also make alcohol?
I gave you some this morning.
Can you make more?
When did you make it? When are we making alcohol? We've been traveling. Okay, cool.
Okay, cool.
I'm not getting past this though. You're not walking around like that.
Well, if you got a better idea, I'm all ears. And then he tweaks his little
Yeah, me too, and he tweaks his. The offer that I would make is that one of the wards that I've studied is one that lasts for an extended period of time. Meaning that the alternative here is I can cast that ward on myself daily, or and he kind of tugs a little bit at his leather armor. If for the meantime there's no other means of supporting my brother and his lack of any form of protection, you can wear this and I can simply be protecting myself using my spell on a daily basis.
What do you have?
Studded leather.
Okay.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah.
That's literally my entire metric here.
If it sounds, I mean, I think that'll do in a pinch. I don't know if that'll fit me, but we can try.
The
I
alternative
think
is
you guys are probably pretty adept at taking armor
Yeah.
from
I'm
other
just
people who
being
have
silly.
died and getting it
Yeah.
to fit on new people.
the alternative is that I can also cast that spell on you daily in the mornings. I can cast them on you at the first of the day.
Dealer's choice, brother. Like I said, trust your judgment.
Yule
Eh.
looks at Zeek and says, "Great miracle maker. I humbly
Yes.
offer to cast a spell of Leander's blessing to give you armor of faith."
Sounds great. I'm all aboard. Bringer of light. Do you have titles, Yule, that I'm supposed to already know? Or do I have free reign to come up with them as
Well,
you do awesome epic shit
I
too?
feel that titles are really reserved for those who do the works of the gods. And I am just a humble servant.
Right, a humble servant out and fighting for the heart of the woods in the darkest place with the most abominable monsters we've ever seen. Yeah, just one of those humble servants.
I would be dead in seconds if I were out here on my own. I don't have the strength to fight monsters.
I'm gonna put my hand back on her shoulders again and be like, well, without these said blessings that you're offering right now, I too would likely be dead in seconds. So I humbly accept.
My title is Runo.
Do not know what the word title means. Okay. Quick above board. So just genuine question of like, I have mage armor. Do you also have mage armor?
Yeah.
Okay. So the question essentially is, do you just want to take my studded leather so you consistently have something, or do you want to cast it on him every day? Do you want me to cast it on him every day?
I have an at will through a feat, so I can
Nice.
just do it whenever.
Oh, right, that's
self only because it might be self only.
It is.
Is
It is.
The Eldritch.
Otherwise, whole party mage armor for free.
I'm pretty
Which
sure.
isn't the worst thing. I mean, it's like
Runo
what,
feels
13?
little stiff, like
13 plus
these
dex.
light
Mage
bringers,
armor
these
is
miracle
self-only.
makers get all the bugs, and
Yeah.
I get shit.
Mage armor is or
Armor of Shadows is. Armor of Shadows is self only.
Mage armor says a willing creature who isn't wearing armor.
Oh,
Yeah.
my bad. Made
Class 8.
But double check the Eldritch Invocation armor of shadows.
Yeah.
That might specify you can only do it self. Because otherwise,
Let me see.
that's free mage armor for everybody you want.
It's pretty.
Should be a great like economy if you were like living next to a dungeon. It'd be like mage armor for
Oh,
10
yes,
gold, you
It
know?
does specify myself.
Okay.
Okay.
At will. But I can also use a spell slot to cast it too.
True.
So
Yeah, sure. So I guess at this point, like, you sort of put it on me, and like, I'll make a choice. But do you have a personal, like, preference for yourself, Pater? Of like, do you want me to spend a spell slot on you each morning and have it be 1 point higher, or would you just like to always be wearing armor just so that you don't have to worry
Above
about
board, let's do the spell for 2 reasons. 1, I can just show off my chest. 2,
it? You're gonna be cold.
It will
Hey,
become-
the world is cold, buddy. Like, this is
he wears like the over top fur thing.
okay. Your nipples are still exposed.
Yeah, I know.
Like, all right.
So
Our
canonically-
nipples terrify the enemies.
So canonically, Zeek carries one of the warming stones. That's what I'm hearing.
Okay.
I, in fact,
you know
do. I have it in my inventory as well.
Okay.
Take
Who
it.
has the sending stone?
Do we have a sentence?
We have it.
That was Kiran, wasn't it?
Must be. Well, let's say it's Kiran and move on. That makes sense.
Alright, it's always the chosen ones.
But also, I think narratively it'll make a lot of fun if some reason we get separated and now my armor's just poof gone. Like that'll be. A
If you
whole
like
thing.
that, cool.
Yeah, so let's do it.
Question above board. What is
Objectively, it
your
makes more sense
title?
to do the other
Huh?
thing.
What is your title? Because we have Chosen One, Lightbringer, Miracle Maker. Do you have one yet?
Not a particular one. You can
Okay.
call me Scholar.
We almost have the chorus of a worship song.
I've debated. I've been coming back
Runo.
as a bard of just pure worship. Sing all those worship songs I had to learn as a kid.
You are the light of the world.
Godspell. Shit. Godspell. Shit.
Yes.
I was literally talking about that like yesterday.
I
Fucking love
love
that. I love that show.
What?
Your character's last
So
name has
good.
to be Hillsong or something.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
shut the hell up!
That's fantastic.
God.
Click, click.
Okay.
All right,
You
back
ready to
down.
go?
Yep.
Right, easy enough for them.
Yep.
Yeah. Emrys will go ahead and open his spell book. Just do a very quick incantation. Draw points at your 2 shoulders and navel, and then with a snap of his fingers, you're briefly encased in blue light, and then it fades and doesn't look like anything. You've got mage armor. Your AC is 13 plus dex.
Oh. Okay.
Who has a second sending stone?
That's the same as studded leather, right?
It is one better than studded leather.
If we had a pair of sending stones this whole time, that would be.
Sorry, not sending stone.
Warming stone.
There's
Oh,
one sending stone
I have a warming
that I'm
stone.
pretty sure that I said
Runo
Kiran has.
The other.
Runo has the other
Runo,
warming
yeah.
stone. That makes sense because you scout ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The way that works is you charge one while you're using the other,
Yes.
and then yeah. So
Speaking of, I'm gonna put.
For good reason.
Yes.
Welcome
I'll say
to